Today we will be showing you how to grow your own nutritious microgreens using Seeded's Microgreen Harvest Box. We will be starting with our 5x5 mini trays. If you are growing with a 10x10 single tray, skip to this time. When you open the box, you will see the microgreen trays. Your kit will include the following items. If you are missing any pieces, please reach out to us to resolve the issue. After opening the box and removing its contents, you are ready to start growing fresh microgreens. The first step is to prepare the trays. To do this, unstack the top mini tray from each grow space. Between the trays are a total of 8 micro mats. These mats are made from wood fiber and give the microgreens something to grab onto. They are completely compostable and renewable. The 5x5 mini tray contains 4 grow spots, which allows for some flexibility. There are 2 main ways that you can really grow. You can either grow your favorite microgreen on a staggered schedule, or use all of your grow sites at once, growing an entire garden with different varieties. For the staggered method, you will want to start with 1 growth space. Place 1 micro mat in one of the bottom trays and save the others for later production. To keep track of how many seeds you will need, we have a density calculator available in our Knowledge Hub for you to be able to use. All you have to do is follow the link, enter the size of your grow tray, and it will give you the weight for several common types of seeds. We now add the seeds that we pre-measured. You can do this by hand, but I found that you can repurpose an Old Spice container to do the process as well. This is especially useful for larger trays. So, as we shake this out, we want to make sure that the seeds are evenly displaced around the tray. We can now add our blackout tray to make sure that proper germination occurs. The final step is to water the tray. To ensure that seeds are not displaced, we recommend that you lift the mini tray out and pour the water into the base of the tray. You'll then place the mini tray back into the base tray to make sure that the micromat gets fully soaked. Keeping in mind that microgreens take about 2 weeks to harvest, you'll be wanting to start about 2 trays per week to keep the tray full. You can grow the same thing each time or establish a rotation of your favorites. If you wanted to grow all at the same time, you would seed all the trays with different varieties. When watering, extra care should be taken to avoid washing out seeds. If you are growing with our 10x10 tray, things will look slightly different. The main thing is the grow medium. Instead of micro mats, we have jute mats. These are also made from plant fibers and are also compostable. All of the items included in the 10x10 kit are: to start out, soak one of the jute mats for 5 minutes to make sure that it's fully saturated. This can be done in the tray without slots. After it has been fully soaked, we can drain the mat and make sure that it is no longer dripping. We'll then place the mat into the slotted tray. We can then follow through by repeating the same process as earlier of spreading out our seeds of the desired density. We'll then place the solid tray on top to black out the bottom tray and let the seeds germinate. Now it's time to answer some common questions. The first we will cover is where to keep your trays while they're growing and covered. Because they are covered and in a blackout condition, they can be stored anywhere. However, if you are using the staggered method, you will want to make sure that your trays are in a well-lit location continuously so that the microgreens in the greening stage of growth are able to get enough light. The trays should be able to block out enough light on their own to avoid any sort of issues. Another common question is how often is watering needed? When using the wooden micro mats, it is recommended that you check them once a day to make sure that they do not dry out. You can add extra water as needed when there is no longer water at the base of the tray. For the jute mats, as long as they are fully soaked before you seed them, they shouldn't require additional watering while covered. It is good practice, however, to double check this as different room conditions can affect how fast and that's dry out. The final common issue that people come across is the growth of mold and other funguses. This damages the plant and can potentially kill the crop. There are a few items to help manage this. The first is to avoid watering. Mold loves moist environments, so if the seeds are constantly fully submerged, mold will likely develop. The other way to fix this is to add a small amount of hydrogen peroxide to your water mix. This is harmful to the fungus, but not actually healthy to plants. I'd like to thank you for stopping by today and learning more about the microgreen growing process. This is the first video in a series that will give you the step-by-step instruction on how to grow at home. We hope you enjoy your compact garden and are excited to help you grow in new and unique ways.